First Grade Animal Research by Mrs. Perico and Mrs. Silverstone's class. Using Pebble Go on our library website, we researched animals like mammals, fish, birds, reptiles, and insects.
Cheetahs can live in Africa and they can run fast in Africa.
I learned that rattlesnakes only live for 30 years and they only give birth to 4 to 30 babies. You can hear the rattle from up to 60 feet.
I learned about boas that they grow to 8 feet. They live in hot rainforests. Boas have 20 to 60 babies.
They live in oceans and they eat fish.
I learned about crocodiles. They weigh for 2,000 pounds. They live in lagoons and swamps.
I learned about nose sharks. And they live to 10 feet and they live in shallow water. And they live up to 25 years. I learned that pufferfish, they live in the Pacific, Indian, and Atlantic Oceans, and they eat krill, prawn, and hermit crabs. Zebras look like horses, and they live in Africa, and they eat grass. I learned about crocodiles that they live in swamps and lagoons and they only eat meat. My puppies have red gills. They have 100 eggs and they live for 20 years.
I learned about black widows and they have a red mark on their belly and they live in warm places and they catch bugs. And the girls are poisonous.
I learned that flies eat garbage and they're called larvae when they're babies.
I learned that lynx squirrels live in Europe and live alone, and they are 20 to 45 pounds.
I learned that geckos lay 2 eggs. Also, I learned that their tails break off and they live in warm, cold places. I learned that zebras live in Africa. They live in large herds and they look like horses. I learned killer whales live in cold water and they poke their heads out of the water. I learned that the killer whales only live in polar areas. The babies also are called cats.